right. When we last left our heroes, they were examining a strange carving that drew them in and consumed their attention. They were suddenly surprised to find they weren't alone. At the sound of a cough behind them, they turn around and see a very bedraggled-looking man. His long brown hair is matted and filthy. His clothing is torn and dirty and looks very, very lived in. He looks emaciated, feverish perhaps, and he looking past you guys with just almost a glazed over eye at the carving. He's like, "They are beautiful, aren't they?"
Yes.
Terrible.
Who are you? And what's your designation?
Who am I? Who am I? The carvings are wonderful, aren't they?
I'm subtly getting my Gauss rifle ready.
Yes. Any idea what they say?
Something about stress passes over his face. And he looks at you all almost as if he's seeing you for the first time, and he lets out a yelp. Ah! No, you're one of them, aren't you?
One of what? If you're talking about the zombie plant things, no.
No, get away from me. At first they seem normal. He starts to back away.
I mean, we were sent to investigate what happened here.
What do the carvings say?
What do they say? They're talking about the end. The terminus, the end.
The end.
What are they talking about, the end?
The end. Don't you understand me? He looks around and there's like sweat beading on his brows. You're trying to distract me. You're one of them, aren't you?
Don't think so, but I mean...
You're not helping at this point.
Well, I mean, we can't disprove a negative.
I'm going to take another pointed look at the rock.
Another pointed look at the rock?
Yes, with the additional context of terminus.
The uneasiness that you felt before begins to sour in your stomach. You become almost actively frightened.
Oh.
I'm going to try to keep my distance from the carvings, but like try to hold gaze. Try to get details, like why, I mean, all things must end, like what is this?
Alright.
You know what, I'm actually going to say that out loud, too. All things have to end. What is it about this that's so... Klein trails off.
The corporal lowers his rifle a little bit. My name is Corporal Octavio Guerrero. I'm here with the 4A4 crew on a seek and rescue mission. Who are you? What is your designation? We are here to help.
Something about the way you present yourself, it sinks through to him. Perhaps the ritual of introductions that kind of connect us all as humans. And for a moment, his eyes clear up a little bit. Eric Valen. I'm the commanding officer, the 5A7.
I see. There are other survivors? Why are you out here?
It got bad. They were killing everyone. He, hard sits down on the ground, like you could almost call it falling. And you notice again that he looks, pretty malnourished.
How long have you been by yourself?
I don't know. Most days I sit and look at the carvings. A month? More?
A month? How are you staying alive? Do you not eat?
Rations. Emergency rations. They're almost all gone. I eat a little every day. He looks up at you and just there's the hollow want in his eyes. It's not enough. I'm so hungry.
We are here to extract you once we clear you.
We don't want this thing getting off planet,
Yes.
Obviously.
Clear? Extract? No place is safe. Don't you understand? No place is safe.
What about off planet?
He looks up at the stars. What if it comes with us?
Well, we have devised a means of testing for it.
I show him the slides, the blood samples.
No. How do I know you're not lying to me? How do I know that thing's not infected? You want to stab me with something? I've seen what that does.
I see. Yes, that is an unfortunate way that we have to test, but I cannot think of another way at the moment.
Can we feed him first and figure it out later?
I mean, I don't think we have any meals with us.
Come on, I said, did everyone pack a lunch before we left?
That is true. Klein did make sure that everyone had food.
And Tass is also back at the ship. Do you know her?
Tass? Tass is one of my engineers. She's still on the ship?
Yes.
She can't get out.
Yeah, she's trapped in there because of the lockdown.
Of course. My lockdown. At least she has food. Poor girl, she never liked close, dark spaces.
Oof.
Would explain why she didn't seem keen on being left alone again.
Yeah.
My card, he pats his, ratty clothing. My access card, I looks around. It must be here somewhere.
No, we'll have to take a look for it. We obviously don't want to leave her behind.
Perhaps you have an override? some other means?
That's the card.
We need the card.
All right.
He holds his head in his hands. I can't think.
Yes, when you have not eaten well in some time, that would affect your thinking.
Is it possible to tow an air raft?
This air raft looks like it's in serviceable condition.
Can he drive?
He got it out here just fine.
Yeah, but how long ago was
Yeah.
that?
Before he was completely emaciated and
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, if you asked him to go someplace right now, he's not in the condition. Also, he seems pretty paranoid and untrusting at this point, so...
yes. So I'm trying to figure out if I can propose the following. We can bring him back to the site of the 4A4 and the 5A7 so he can get some food and maybe some rest in a real bed, because I don't know what his conditions are. And meanwhile, we can come back on site and look for the access card.
Do any of you have the flyer skill?
I don't.
No.
I am a pilot, though.
Yeah, technically, flyer is the correct skill for the air raft.
It's not possible to tow it along behind us like a
It doesn't
wagon.
have wheels.
Yeah, but if it has hover capability and we cable it the front end to the back end of the ATV, will it still come along?
It's possible if you'd have to work something out, rig something up.
So yeah, that's a possibility.
So, are you postulating that, or is this all in your head?
I think I'm going to start with, does the air raft still work? And just gauge his reaction, because I don't want to spook this guy too hard.
It works. It works. I've been taking care of it. It works.
This is very good. Captain, if you'll permit me to address you as such, we are very concerned about your physical state. But I also understand that it would be a lot for you to ask to ride in the cabin of the ATV with us. Do you think if you were to ride along in the air raft behind us, maybe we can rig up some kind of a tow, I'm not sure, then that would allow you to come with us without actually being with us.
Wait. Come with you where? Why do you want to bring me somewhere? I'm safe here.
We landed the 4A4 next to the 5A7 back at Candling Station. And so...
You don't want to take me back to Candling Station. You wouldn't. And he's like shuffling back, like still on his butt to like.
We're not going to make you do anything.
Yeah, I mean, okay, this is clearly a bad idea, so let's not do that. But you do need food, right? So, I mean, what do we have besides rations? I don't think there's anything.
Not really, no.
I mean, rations are way better than nothing, so...
Can we at least give you some food? I won't come near you. I'm just gonna go get it out of the vehicle, if that's what you want.
I'm so hungry, please.
Okay. Klein's gonna make like a wide berth, like almost circle, like try to maintain the same distance between her and the captain as she gets to the ATV. So I'm gonna retrieve my pack of rations, or whatever it is we took with us. Can you catch, sir, or should I try to slide it to you?
Seeing the food, he manages to drag himself to his feet and like hustles over to you as fast as he can.
Oh.
Okay. Here you go. Here.
Tears into it with understandable amounts of desperation.
Klein is just gingerly closing the door of the ATV. Like, yeah, let's make sure this doesn't move anywhere else.
All right, he sits back down, and it's going to take him a couple minutes to finish eating. So
Yeah, well, he's doing that. I'm going to start looking around for that card.
okay, give me a recon check.
What would that be if you don't have recon? I got investigate.
It would basically just be a characteristic check at that point.
Got like -3, I think.
So which character?
I'm not going to drop an unskilled penalty on this because you don't need to be skilled to look for something that's missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
like intellect.
yeah, we'll call it an intellect.
Nice kid.
Oh yeah, double sixes. Bust.
All right, wow, good job. You wander around the camp, look in the empty shells. You can find the pile of emergency blankets and things that he's been sleeping in. It smells really bad.
No, I don't smell anything.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true, because you have your vac suit on.
Maybe he imagines it smells really bad.
Probably looks like it does, yeah.
It's pretty filthy. An interesting pattern you notice as you wander around the camp. There's just discarded objects in random places. Wrenches, ration packs you can find here and there, although they've been torn open and consumed. Just random spots around the camp, there's just stuff. There's some small radio equipment, like a walkie-talkie, basically. It almost looks like people who've been spending some time in the camp tend to lose things.
Oh, they become absent-minded.
After a good deal of searching, you do find, unexpectedly, neither near the air raft, the rock, or the hab building that this guy's been sleeping in. You find the card just sitting out in the open on the ground.
Well, I'll pick that up.
All right, you now have a card that can access the 5A7 and end the lockdown.
Cool. I'll let the guys know I found it.
All right. Have you two just been keeping an eye on this guy while he's eating?
Yeah, basically. I don't want to prod him any further. He's super agitated.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be like slowly backing up while he's noshing because I don't want him to suddenly get uncomfortable and do something weird.
After a few minutes go by, Eric is finished with the food, and he just sits back against one of the empty shells of a building, and just breathing heavily. He's like, thank goodness. I think I need to rest.
All right.
All right.
Of course. I mean, I look at the empty food box. You kind of, yeah.
He's out. Before you even finish your sentence, he's snoring.
Should we guard him?
Madre de Dios. I do not know. I don't understand this situation at all.
Well, we were at least able to get the card and find another survivor. How much air do we have left?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You probably have, let's see, it took you almost an hour to get here. You probably have 4 hours left. I'm running on the assumption of a 6-hour tank, so.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave him alone.
We've left him alone before without him knowing.
But was he asleep outside like this?
Probably. He's been living here for months.
I mean, you could give him a bit and see if he feels any better after some food. It's not beyond the realm of possibility that you might be able to convince him to come with you. If you're going to use that air raft, you're going to need this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't be using the air raft right away anyway.
We can't really force him to come with us. The man, he has his own will. If we encroach upon that, then we are no better than the plant monsters that are ravaging this planet.
Yes, I was also thinking he could become violent at that point too.
Yes.
So, you know.
I don't want that, but I also I don't know. I feel like Klein casts a gaze over the brown, black, dumb horizon of this awful place. I just feel like this is not a good time to be alone.
It isn't, but we don't know how long we have.
About 4 hours on this tank. And this man, I am not convinced that he is not infected. I have to think about the security of the team first.
I feel like this is a bad idea, but it's the only idea I have. I want to look at these carvings some more.
I mean, I do too, but...
I need to.
Prima, you should probably not touch that anymore.
Did I not get anything with my science when I rolled? I got a nice 11 on that thing.
Science on...
The obelisk.
Yeah, that was to see if it looked like ancient stuff.
Oh, okay.
The things he was talking about, the end, terminus, I think he's right.
More information is needed.
All right, yes, take a look-see and see what we can figure out then. I'll take a look at that nice little pillar too.
So
I'm actively not.
you would like to make a roll and see if you can interpret it anymore?
See if we can figure out what it is.
Okay, that would depend on your approach, I suppose. Science seems like the obvious catch-all.
Yeah, science would probably be the most likely to work.
You said I had a gut feeling that I would be able to understand it if I studied it long enough, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I take a look at it, my brain goes, dude, and I go, I think I'll check the med logs.
Yeah, I'm making it a point not to look at the obelisk.